All right, in our second game, we have my Philadelphia Eagles versus the Cincinnati Bengals, with Cincinnati being a favorite by 3 points and the over and under being 48 points. Both these teams are coming in hot. They both won consecutive games. Bengals won 3 out of 4. Eagles coming off from a bye. They've won 2 in a row. But the teams they've beaten have been pretty terrible. The Giants, the Browns, two teams that they're not going nowhere. So both these teams beat up on these crappy teams, and now they're meeting each other in Cincinnati. So with that being said, the Bengals haven't won a game at home yet this season. The Eagles are 2-1 coming in on road games. In general, altogether, like I said, the Bengals have won 3 out of 4 last games. In that, Joe Burrow's been pretty awesome. The guy has 14 touchdowns and only 2 interceptions, which is really great. MVP type of year. He also has over 1,700 yards passing. So the guy's killing it because they have great weapons on offense. They have Jamar Chase and they have Higgins. Chase has over 600 yards receiving and 6 TDs. So, the guy's just doing his usual. The run game, though, not so great. Zach Moss, they really miss Mixon. Zach Moss and Brown, they're middle of the pack. They're average. So, they're not really going to impress anybody. But that's not their game. They have all the power on passing, and they want to pass the ball, and pass the ball. So that's what they're going to do. So let's talk about the Eagles. Eagles are coming off a blowout win against the Giants, 24-3, but that's the Giants. Revenge game for Saquon Barkley, so that's great. Good to see him going. Good to see this team turning more to the run, because that's what they need to do. Hurts now is in 3 games in a row without turning the ball over. That's what you want to see, because that was his biggest problem. Just give you Hurts stats, not so great, kind of looks average. He has 1,308 yards passing, 7 TDs passing, 4 interceptions only, and he has a few touchdowns rushing the ball. So we want to see more production from Hurts. I mean, the guy got all the weapons in the world, and he is not playing to that 2022 standard when the Eagles went to the Super Bowl. They still haven't scored in the first quarter, which is nuts. The Eagles are the only team in the league who haven't scored yet in the first quarter. That's insane to me. You have A.J. Brown. You have Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert. You have Barkley, Gainwell. And you can't score in the first quarter. That is a quarterback coaching problem. So get it together here, Philly. And the Eagles are 3-3 against the spread. The Eagles have won 4 of their 5 games on the road against teams with losing records, so that's a good note for you Philadelphia Eagles bettors. In the last 3 wins, they have only allowed 31 points combined. Now, the teams they've played in the last 3 games have been not that great, but holding those 3 teams to only 31 points combined is something. You want to beat the crappy teams, or you want to keep the crappy teams to a low margin to actually show you're worth something, Joe Burrow is the 7th most sacked QB in the NFL. That's really great, because in the last 2 games, the Eagles have I believe 14 or 13 sacks in only 2 games. So that's really good, and I believe that the Bengals left tackle is out or the right tackle. One of the right tackle, left tackle is out for the game. The Eagles are also without their left tackle, and that's not great because he's one of the best left tackles in the game. And the Cincinnati Bengals defensive end, Hendrickson, I believe I'm saying his name right, he has over 7 sacks, or he has 7 sacks. So the guy is really killing it. Bengals are allowing the 4th most rushing touchdowns, and they're allowing 136 yards per game. So all that being said, you got one great powerful passing attack, and you have one great running team, and it's very hard for me to decide this game. As an Eagles fan, it's hard to choose this game. I want to say the over 48. That's what I lean towards, but I just don't think the Bengals are gonna lose another game at home. It's October now. They are very slow starters, and they go on a trend of winning games. So with that, it kills me to say it. I will take the Cincinnati, taking the points with Cincinnati, that they cover the 3 points. It really kills me to say that, but I think that Joe Burrow, the better quarterback, they have weapons all over him. I think he goes a little bit untouched, and they just throw the ball and they do enough to win the game. I could see this being a 20-27 game or 21-27 game, and the Bengals eke it out. Personally, I hope I'm wrong. I hope the Eagles win, and I'll take this loss, but I'm going to take the Cincinnati Bengals covering the 3 points.